What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'll be installing my well overdue diff breather kit from Superior Engineering. So I'm going to go through some of the things as to why I will be installing it, and you'll obviously see how I install it and why I chose this one. Righto guys, so this is the diff breather kit that I've chosen to buy. It's personal choice of what one you want to get. I like the Superior one because of the billet aluminium bracket that it comes with. Now when you buy these online, when you go to check out, you'll have a choice of a couple of freebies that you get with it. Now I personally chose this stubby cooler and a little Superior sticker. As you guys know, I have an N80 Hilux. I don't have a 10-inch lifted patrol, so I didn't get the massive sticker to stick on my back window. Sorry guys with their own patrols, but yeah. Anyway, so this is what you get in it. You get a couple of zippy ties. You might want to, if you don't have any at home, you might want to get some more zip ties. Get the hose that connects it, the nice bracket that you put in your engine bay, and all your fittings. Pretty simple kit guys, and it's cheap insurance for what you can get yourself into if you go through a mud puddle or creek crossing. Now for those of you that don't know, diff breathers help with not letting water into your front diff, rear diff, transfer case and gearbox. Pretty much when you go through a mud puddle or creek crossing, the heat that the gearbox or whatever has in it, the normal diff breathers, my one on my Hilux doesn't even have an extension on it. It's just a little shitty breather that's on top of the diff. Now when you install these diff breather kits wherever you get it from, it extends it all the way up into engine bay and has a filter on there, so when you go through creek crossing it doesn't suck all the water in from it being hot and then going to cold. So yeah, I should have done this a long time ago. Yeah, it's a cheap mod that will, well, could save you thousands. So I'm gonna go ahead and assemble all the breathers to this bracket, well, mount that the Superior have supplied, just so it's easier for me when I do run all these hoses and stuff. I can put the hose straight into whichever breather it says. So this one's front diff, rear diff, transfer case and gearbox. So I've just run the rear diff one, so I'm gonna assemble all these ones and plug that hose into the rear diff one. Righto guys, something that I forgot to mention was that these elbows here, it's like they've put some type of paint or thread stuff on it, but I don't think it's proper thread tape. So what I'm gonna do, just to have some peace of mind, is just put some thread tape around all the threads before I put it into the diff and all the transfer case and front diff and stuff. Righto guys, so you want to give this one at your rear diff some slack. Obviously when you're flexing along tracks and stuff and your diff travel goes down, you don't want that to be pulling when your diff is flexing. Righto guys, now that that's done, I've fitted the rear diff line to the breather. As you can see, in there. It's all fitted up, just zip tied off to, and drops back down through the engine bay, ran all the way along the chassis and to the rear diff. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the front diff, the transfer case and the gearbox. What's up guys, so it's a week later. I've ran into some trouble with a couple of the fittings. In the kit that I got from Superior, they give you a couple of, well, 4 of these 90-degree fittings to put into your transfer case, gearbox and front diff and rear diff. So I could only use that 90-degree fitting for my rear diff because on these N80 Hiluxes they've actually got they've extended the breathers for the transfer case, the front diff and the gearbox up behind the engine. So I'll show you guys where it is, and I've had to buy or spend extra money on buying these fittings here. So it's pretty much just the snap lock fitting that you use for the hose that the Superior kit came with, and then I've just adapted a normal rubber hose fitting onto that. So guys, I don't know if you can see it at all, but down through there behind the engine, in between the firewall and the engine, there's actually 3 breathers that they've extended up there, and that's what I needed to buy those fittings for. So pretty much gonna swap those fittings, or put those fittings in to extend the cable, and then I'll end up moving the bracket that I got from Superior that I've already mounted here to the other side, because that's where the other breathers are closest to. So that's my mistake, and you guys can learn from my mistakes, and hopefully if you ever install a diff breather kit, makes it a bit easier for you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and you can tag along. Now that I've ran this line back over to the driver's side of the car, I actually ran it through the chassis this time. So instead of just zip tying it to wherever I can and making it, you know, nice and tight and straight along the chassis, I've taken my time now and ran it through the chassis with great help of this tool. For those of you that know, these are like little pair of, like a little claw. Get these from Super Cheap, Autobarn, that is type places, any car place, and this was super handy to try and stick this through the hole to grab this hose and pull it back through. You could also use a piece of what we call tongue and groove. Electricians use it to feed wire through the roof of a house and stuff, and through walls. You could also use that, and they're not much, probably like less than $10 from Bunnings or wherever, so you can get yourself some of them and then just tape it and feed it through if you want. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and attach this to the rear diff breather, which is this one here, and yeah, get on to the next 3. Righto guys, so I've got all the cords now, they're all running down from down in that area. So now I'll be zip tying them all up neat along, or somewhere where it's not going to get hot. Try and stay away from all the DPF and everything, and I'll zip tie them all up on the firewall, pretty much run them all up neat, tucked away, and then run them up into the breather. So the thing I wish I knew before I started mine is that you don't need those 90-degree bends, you only need one from Superior. So guys, if you really want to save money or just don't feel like spending $150 pretty much just buying the fancy top breathers and the bracket from Superior, go down to your local hose store, and they have all the breathers there and all the fittings that you'll need, all the hose. So pretty much just get under your car, have a look at your diff and where all your breathers are, and just work out what you need. And yeah, you can pretty much go down and probably $50 you'd be able to build your own diff breather set instead of 150. So guys, if you want to save money that way, go ahead and do that. And I'd like to thank everyone, if you've made it this far in the video, I'd like to thank everyone for watching, and anyone that subscribed, thank you. And if you want to see more of my videos, like and subscribe and leave a comment guys, don't be scared. I really want to hear some feedback on what you want to see next or whatever. So yeah, cheers, thanks guys.
Crispy, yeah, that boy breast me. Head to toe, I'm gleaming, yeah, I know they can't miss me. See a boy a mile away, my kicks is really hitting. Looking like that meme, then them boys really spitting. I just put a ISO logo on a damn sweater vest. I got little money, watching power, give us our respect.